Thank you, Peter. Well, recent indicators, including the latest QV data out yesterday, suggests the housing market may be starting to stabilise. So is this just a seasonal blip, or are Kiwis gearing up to go back to the future and invest, or over-invest, I should say, in housing once again? Well, one commentator who fears they might be is interest.co.nz's Bernard Hickey. Good morning, Bernard.
Good morning.
What are we seeing here? Is this real signs of life, do you think?
Well, QV is saying that the market appears to be stabilising after a bit of a dip through this year. And it's clear that something is happening, particularly in some of the richer parts of the market. We're talking central suburbs in Auckland, around the coastal areas in Auckland. There are some signs of life. It's been very quiet until now, and normally you do get a surge through the spring, but it's been very late this year. However, it's clear that with the tax cuts that have come in, with some of the banks reducing their mortgage rates, their fixed mortgage rates a little bit, that people have dipped their toe back in the water, particularly those who've got a bit more disposable income after the tax cuts kicked in October the 1st.
This is good, isn't it? This is what we want.
Unless you're the Reserve Bank governor or exporters who worry that yet more borrowing from offshore being pumped into house values will push up the New Zealand dollar and destroy our export sector. And there are some signs that the banks are out there borrowing offshore again. We've seen BNZ and Westpac issue covered bonds offshore, and they've been quite active in the market lending it out into mortgages. Westpac is offering 90% plus home loans. Both of them are increasing their mortgage books. You have to wonder whether the banks have changed their ways, whether the New Zealanders have changed their ways significantly, when they're still doing most of their lending into housing or into farming rather than into business.
The Standard & Poor's essentially warned about this, didn't they? They said, you guys are on a credit watch here because you're going to go back to your bad old ways, blow out your current account deficit and be back where you were.
It's clear that we have to do something. And it's fair, to be fair to the government, they have moved a little bit. Even yesterday we heard more details on changes to LAQC rules, which will make it less profitable to be a rental property investor. But we still don't have a capital gains tax, and we still haven't done everything we could to really try to change the situation. There's a real risk here that we'll continue to race this economy up against a brick wall, and we'll have the Standard & Poor's and the bond markets telling us what to do rather than us making that decision ourselves.
Is this some political denial here about the situation New Zealand's in with its debt? There's this warning from S&P. Treasury's warning the same thing as well. The politicians don't seem to want to talk about it.
No, this is the strange thing. Even yesterday with the Retirement Commission's warning that we need to delay retirement and reduce the amount we spend on retirement, it was immediately dismissed out of hand. We seem, as a nation, to find it difficult to confront these tough issues, the ones that make it difficult to get re-elected when we need to do it. The risk in any democracy, really, is that you don't take the tough decisions and then they're forced on you, as we've seen in Greece and in Ireland. And it's something that New Zealanders need to think about, because we do have time, actually, to make those changes. But the risk is that politically difficult decisions are put off and we face being not just slapped over the hand, but hit on the head by the bond markets and the ratings agencies when push comes to shove.
Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz, thank you very much for your time.